last week I had a dream, and you know, you get all those crazy dreams. So in this dream, I was living at home, so I was young, my parents were there, and we were in this house, and it was falling down. It was literally falling into the ground. The house was just like creaking, and the walls were falling, and it was like ready to collapse almost. And I went, this is not good. And then I left in the dream, and I came back, and there was a brand new house there. And I looked at my dad, and I said, how did you do that? He goes, oh, well, I lifted the other house up, and see, it's way over there, a couple streets away. Lifted it up and put it over there, and then I just put a brand new house here. And I said, how did you do that? And he said, well, I connected the plumbing to the pipes, and I connected the electricity, and see, we're good to go. And I stood back in the dream, and I went, the land is sinking. This house is going to fall too. This house is going to crumble just like the other one did, because the land isn't strong here. And that was the end of the dream. And when I woke up, it was still very fresh in my mind, and Spirit was speaking to me. The foundation has to change. We can dress it up, we can call it metaphysics, we can try to love one another, but if we don't change our beliefs, the foundation of our beliefs, we're not going to build a new house to live in. And the foundation of our beliefs for us is that God is love. And what Spirit was telling me about religions. Religions are rules or guidelines. Rules or guidelines. Worship is a connection. Do you hear the difference? A religion is a rule or a guideline. A worship is a connection. Realize the guidelines and the rules within each religion is their chosen path to connect. If it is to hug a tree, if it is, I can't even imagine. Whatever someone's pathway in their religion is, it's simply guiding them to connect with God. That's all of our goal. That's all of our goal. When we begin to build a new foundation, let worship be connection in our mind. Let us build a foundation that says connecting with God is at the cornerstone of every human being. Every human being is seeking to connect with God. Now, that's what I would recommend. This is your choice. But look at the foundation that you stand on now. And ask yourself, how often do you pull back and judge another faith? Separate and not even try to understand another faith? Blame God for something that man did to man? Do you see? Our foundation, connecting with God. In one of the prophets, which we did study as well yesterday, and I love this one. This is Micah. He prophesies way back. He was before Israel and Judah both went into captivity, so this is a long time ago. But he tells them there's going to be a return of a remnant, and there was a return of a remnant to Israel after the captivity in Babylon. I know you history scholars know that. Yeah. Okay. Then he says there will come a time, and I'll read this. This is Malachi 4, 2 through 3. But they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and there shall be none to harm them. For all people will walk every one in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of the Lord our God. And I ask myself, is this a prophecy or a prescription for peace? Is it a prophecy of peace or a prescription for peace? Peace can only come when everyone is allowed to live in their own creation and worship God in their own way. Now, when you talk with anyone in any faith that you've talked to, anyone you've talked to, when you really talk to them about God, and they go to that space within them where they have felt the presence of God, and you go to that space within you and you have felt the presence of God, you are in the same space. And it resonates, and you know that. Do you know that? And it's like the whole world lights up. You are in the same space. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful, and a fountain just pours through. And I remember the first time we went to a mosque was in Egypt. And I was talking with two of our Muslim guides. Well, I love them both, Marat and Mohammed. And I'm standing there, a woman, female, in the middle of the mosque, and we're sharing about the story of Abraham and the differences in the Islam story and the Jewish story about which son was being sacrificed. So there's a difference in the story. And then we talked about the spiritual commitment, because that's what it was symbolic of, committing to God all that I have. And the three of us just zinged, and a light moved through the entire mosque. And it was, we were all crying, tears flowing down our face. It was amazing because we hit a moment where their love for God, both of them, my love for God, Patrick was right there, his love for God, was just one. It was just one. And it didn't matter what anybody believed. It didn't matter what rules they were going to go out and live by or what rules I was going to go out and live by. It was oneness. That's the truth of God. Anytime you connect with God, any faith, we are taken into this space of total love. We believe metaphysically, Creator, God, whatever you want to call Creator, is love. We believe that the spark of divinity of love is within every human being that walks. We're created of God. We also believe that Jesus Christ came to show us that love. And that's the path we as metaphysical Christians choose to walk. We try to look at his teachings of love and become that teaching. Express that kindness, express that truth. But I want to tell you, no matter what you read in the New Testament about shunning, that man shunned no man. He included all men. And he said, I came for those that need me. I didn't come for those that are doing it okay. Do y'all remember that scripture? I came for my own. Some people need to hear this. Some people are fine. They're fine. I don't need to bother them. They're on the right and perfect path. I need the rest of you guys to pay attention, because you're not. He allowed, included, and accepted every man as a child of God. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we start that as our foundation? You know, next week we're going to really go within our own personal beliefs. But if we don't have a foundation that is inclusive of all, how much strength do we have to change our beliefs or even see them? We won't. We won't. We'll gloss over it once again. So, are you feeling the words of what I'm saying?
Yes.
Do you feel like there's some healing that could be done? You ready? All right, let's put our feet on the floor. God, our Father, our Mother, we ask that your love just enfold everyone in this room, everyone who will hear these words. And I ask that a great peace descend. And I would invite each one of you to feel a beautiful column of light come over you. And I want you to feel your heart now. Some of you may have strong beliefs. Some of you may have wandering beliefs. But I want you to feel in your heart, how attached are you to the beliefs of this lifetime? How attached are you to the beliefs of this lifetime? And as you focus through those beliefs, look at the beliefs that you have about faith, God, religions. Can you say, teach me, God? Can you say, Father, Mother God, open these beliefs so that I can be taught of the divine? If you can, do that now. And just feel your heart opening and expanding. And then, if you will, take a moment with me. And imagine you can see just a vision of perhaps 3 lifetimes in the past. Just see yourself coming in. See 3 beings coming in before you. And I want you to be aware of the beliefs these beings held. The first, look at their personality. What did they believe about God? Another, their personality. What did they believe about God? And another. Whatever comes is appropriate. Their personality. What they believed about God. And I want you to be aware that each of these lifetimes was not complete. They accomplished their mission, but the beliefs were not complete. Let them go and now look at your lifetime today. Are the beliefs the same? Have you held them lifetime to lifetime? Probably not. Are you as attached to your beliefs as you were in other spaces? Hopefully not. You are an evolution of the Christed being of God. Evolving, growing, expanding. Realize every belief you've ever held served you at that time. But today, feel that heart opening today. If you can, feel the beliefs you hold opening. Father, Mother God, lift the beliefs I hold into a higher vision of truth. Everyone is a child of God. The world is my family. I free them to do what they need to do, and I free myself to do what I need to do. Feel the support of the universe flowing through you. Feel yourself expanding. We love you, God, so much. And we ask that that deep, wonderful connection pour into us this day, this week. Even when we least expect it, we ask to feel that beautiful connection of your heart. And we thank you. Feel your love. Feel the Christ in your heart. Feel the seat. And take a breath. And gently open your eyes. Do you feel expanded? As you go through your week, I would ask you to remember one thing. You know, based on our service today and what we spoke about, you know, it sounds like we're harmonizing with the Philistines. But it doesn't take going to a whole nother country to find people that we are different, holding different beliefs from. As you walk this week, you will find people every day whose belief structure is different than yours. You will have opportunities every day to see them as God's child, to love them, and to acknowledge they have every right to believe what they choose. And begin to see yourself under your own fig tree, worshiping God in your own way, finding that peace with it. Can we try it?
Yeah.
All right, you have your assignment. So it is.